You doing?
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. 29th of March, Rabbi Levitt, Nefesh Hahaim. Alan should be coming. Because he just
Good. Seder Gomor. Okay, so we are in Shar Gimel Perek Vav, and we're up to Barak Hu Levado Isborach Hamasig Atzmusoi Hu Hayodea Atzmut Mahut Zeha Inyan Hamufla V'Hamuchuseh. Okay. We saw the Gemara in Chagiga. We understood from it whatever we understood. One thing we understood from it was that we see that when the Malachim say Makom Kavodo, the Gemara says we see from this that they say Baruch Kavod Hashem Malchus the Makomo, that they're saying in that Hashem is Baruch from his place, wherever that place is. We don't know exactly where it is. We don't know exactly what it entails. We don't really know. We don't understand it. But he's Baruch. He's Baruch over there. Okay.
I noticed that davening this morning.
Yeah. Wow. Very good.
Yeah, I thought, oh, this is what we read about yesterday. Where is the place? I know. I think I know what it means now.
Mm-hmm.
Good feeling.
And that's what the Nefesh Hahaim told us, that over here we don't say Kadosh, Kvod Hashem Imakomo. We say Baruch, because he's contrasting these two names of Hashem. There's one name, those two names correspond to the two bechinos that we've been talking about. That describe as much as we can understand in the two aspects of Hashem. Number one, Kadosh. That means he's Mamalik Kola Olam B'Hashva Gemura, which means that he fills up every place that there is in the whole universe, and that includes not only place but also every creation. So what that really means is that he is the essence of everything. He's the one that exists, and that's Hamakom. That corresponds to Hamakom, because he's the place where the universe is that he created, and at the same time, that's the second bechina, that his Hashem's Ratzon was to connect to the world and to be sholet over the world. And so in that aspect, he appears like a sholet over the world, and a provider and a protector and a supervisor over the world, and et cetera, et cetera. And why is it that this is the, and so if so, then the makom seems to be the opposite. He's operating in the makom. He's not the makom. He's operating in that makom. And so therefore we find that the two bechinas in our understanding contradict one another. So we don't. So we don't. So that's the way it is. That's what we got so far. Oh, and that's why it says Baruch in the second pasuk of Kedusha. Baruch kavod Hashem b'makomo, because that's the aspect of Baruch that Hashem, that the world, even though Hashem doesn't need brachas, but the world, which really is Hashem, does need our bracha and is affected by our actions. So the first pasuk is kadosh, 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 and not kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. It's kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. That's Hashem, the first bechina, and this is the second bechina. Baruch kvod Hashem b'makomo. Okay. The more we keep saying it, the more we'll start thinking about what it really means, and we'll get further in what the understanding of it is, and then we'll have the questions also of what we don't understand. And if we clarify what it is we don't understand, that's also a very good thing.
Absolutely.
We know what we know, and we know what we don't know. Yes. Okay. That, I remember, was told to me by the editor of the Art Scroll series, the son of Rav Gedalia Shor, of Yisrael Simcha Shor. I used to hear shir from him many, many years ago. That's what he said. Okay. Now that gets us up to Barak Hu. So that even the angels don't know, and Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't revealed either. We said, and we were trying to look to find where that is in that Amud and Maseches Chagiga. I couldn't find it, and I didn't look since. Okay, but now the Nefesh Hahaim is saying, but Hashem does know. He understands these two bechinas. But the point is, obviously he knows, but he's the only one that knows, which sounds like a contradiction to what he said before. He said that there are chachamim that do know, because he says lo kol chachamim yacholin leida, unless he was just being modest. I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's go. Okay, so Roy, would you like to start?
Okay. Varik hu levro yisbarach hamasig atzmaso hu hadaya atzmus mahu ze ha'inyan המופלא ומכוסה והניס תורס לשם אלוקינו. It's in Devarim Kuftes Posek Kofes. That says it is only God alone who can relate to his essence.
Okay.
He is the only one who knows the essence of the awesome concealed concept, and the hidden matters are for God alone. He's the only one who understands the essence of this awesome concept which is concealed, and the hidden matters are for God alone.
Okay. Oh, I see. That's the pasuk. Yeah.
It's like saying, like a parent saying to a child, that's none of your business. I understand it, and that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Okay, let's, yeah. Further.
ואנחנו אין Rashain lehisponen ela b'mei shahur shenu v'hanig lanu v'hanigla lahasogosenu v'hu v'habachina mitzidenu. But we are only permitted to intellectually engage in that which we are allowed and which are revealed to us, to our perception. And this is from our perspective. Who Shema
Sovev.
So what? Sochev.
Two bases there.
Oh, two bases. Sovev kol alamin. And God is referred to as circumventing all worlds.
Sovev kol olamin.
Mechamas she'em kol zeh tzivom hapashut kavodo yisparach sheyisrae la'an ha'asoga mitzus elamos v'chachos v'uvadios nivraim mechudoshim. So God referred to as circumventing all worlds, that notwithstanding all of this, with his sublime will, he has concealed his honor in such a way that the worlds, powers, and creatures, both created and regenerated, appeared to us as entities in their own right and separate from God. But we are only permitted to intellectually engage in that which we are allowed and that which are revealed to us, to our perception. And this is from our perspective, that God is referred to as circumventing all worlds, that notwithstanding all of this, with his sublime will, he has concealed his honor in such a way that the world's powers and creatures, both created and regenerated, appear to us as entities in their own right and separate from Hashem.
Okay, where'd you get up to in the Hebrew?
Uvarayos Nivraim Mechadashim.
Obrius Nivroim Echudashim. Okay.
It's the end of the paragraph. Yeah. Have you got it, Colin?
Yeah, I don't. It's not the end of a sentence.
No, well, yeah.
It's in the middle of the sentence, actually. But okay.
Well,
fine.
I ready to put a full stop there in English, also in the Ivrit. He got two dots, one on top of the other, at the end of that.
Next word, ulazos.
No.
It's a vav.
Shim.
Can't be a new sentence. It has a vav. Ulazos.
Dos, yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's the start of the right.
He thought that would make it easier to understand if he splits it up over there. Okay. Yeah, that we yeah, the sentences are long. That's true. Okay. So
we got told off in school for having long sentences when we had to write a composition, an essay.
yeah. Yeah. Shorter is better. Okay, so that's what they did with the Nefesh Hahaim. That's what the author of your Sefer did. So just going over this again. Only Hashem could know the true nature and understand his essence. Some one of the hidden things that are only to Hashem. That's what the pasuk says. The hidden matters are for Hashem Elokeinu, and this is at least one of the things that pasuk is referring to, according to Nefesh Hachaim. We don't have permission even to try to figure out and understand and make connections and think about it. Only what we're allowed to do in what's revealed to us and what is within our ability to understand. And that's called in our language. It's called that Hashem is Sovev Kol Olamim. Hashem is Sovev. Sovev is he envelops, he encircles, he surrounds the entire world. Once asked a famous astronomer, how big is the universe? And it's like this and that and the other thing. And I said, what's after you get to the end of the universe? Where do you go then? What's over there? So I don't know what he said. Well, it's sort of like it curves and it does this and it does that and whatever. I don't know what he said, but the way we explain it over here in the Nefesh Hachaim, it says that's where Hashem is. That's where Hashem is. He's Sovev Kol Olamim. He's the one who, remember, he's Hamakom. He's the one that is the place where the world, the universe exists. So after the limit, the universe is a limited. It's not. Is the universe Hashem is infinite, but the universe I don't think is. So that's what we mean. Maybe that Hashem is so big. He's the once you get to that finite point, so then you get to infinity, and infinity is Hashem. So Hashem is so big, Kol Olamim. He's the one that's surrounding and all of the worlds. Okay. In kol zeh tzimtzum b'ritzono, ha'pashut kavodo yisborach sheyisroeh le'ein ha'hasaga mitzius olamos v'kochos ubrius nivroim v'chudashim. What did he mean by that? Machmis she'im kol zeh. Oh, okay. So in other words, I think what he means to say is the language is a bit difficult, but what he means to say is that on the one hand, Hashem is Soviv Kol Olamim. On the other hand, meaning that he's right infinite. On the other hand, we're saying he's Mitzamtzem. He put into a finite place, meaning the universe, meaning our world, which is even more finite and limited. Britzono hapashut kavodo yisborach, his kavod, kvod Hashem. That's what we say. The whole world is filled with his kavod. We're trying to figure out what does it mean that Hashem is mamale shmaim ba'aretz. He fills up the whole world. He's on the contrary. He's sovev kol olamim. But maybe I'm saying maybe we mean that his kavod is throughout and fills up the entire universe. Sheyira le'en ha'asaga mitzius olamos v'kolchos brius nivroim mechudashim. And that allows for there to appear a reality of a world and different powers in the world and different creations in the world. Okay, fine. Oh, so now we're up to, according to what I understood Roy said, ulazos chayovim. Correct?
Yes. Ulazos chayovim. Yes.
Okay.
It's on page 509. 509, and it's the second black dot.
Okay, Lou, would you like to start that bullet?
Ulazos chayavim anachnu leida v'likboa b'libenu amunas omen bal timot she mitzidenu vadai sheyesh chaluk mikomos be'inyanim shonim le'inyan dina v'hil chatzei rabbasei kmo shekasavti le'el ki hi pinas Yasod ha'emuna ve'ikar shoresh ha'torah ve'ha'mitzvos kulam. And therefore, we must know resolutely and immutably fix our hearts with steadfast faith that from our perspective, there is certainly halachic difference between places and other matters, as I wrote above. For this is the cornerstone of our faith and the principal root of the entirety of Torah and mitzvos.
Right. Okay. Zos chayovim anachnu leida hukbo libenu emunas uman. Kol tamut. 1 second, let me close the door here. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is we've said this before, I think. He's repeating it again. That even though according to what we're saying over here, this Bechina, that Hashem fills up. It's Mamalek Shmaim Ba'aretz, Hashva Gemura. So really everything is in its essence is just Hashem, period, without any regard to any distinctions between this thing and that thing, this time and that time, this place and that place. But nevertheless, from our perspective, we're saying that Hashem made it so that we perceive distinctions, and that's the whole basis of the Torah, that there's such a thing as a place where you can't think in words of Torah. And I would add, he didn't say it. He's talking about terms of physical spaces, physical places, because that's a physical thing, and so therefore the Torah has halachos about this physical place as opposed to that physical place. Maybe you could also say, I'll just throw it out as something to think about, interesting. Time is also a creation. It's also really a physical thing. When Hashem created the world, he also created he also created time. That there's such a thing as Yom Rishon and Yom Sheni, and then there's such a thing as Shabbos. And dafka on that time, which we recognize as Shabbos, we have a whole gamut of halachas that we have to observe because of the fact that it's this time. In Hashem's, to Hashem, there's no such thing as even no such thing as past, present, or future. It's all one thing for Hashem. So it's also something that we can't really wrap our heads around. So, but nevertheless, that would be another example of how it is that we have to live according to the world that Hashem created for us and the way that we perceive it, and not according to this concept that the Nefesh Hahaim is telling us about the fact that Hashem fills up all the worlds. Okay, and now we go to the next bullet. Vuhu Gamkein Echad. And we go to Alan. Good morning, Alan.
Morning. I finally got in.
You're muted. You just muted. Alan, you're muted.
Not now.
Correct. All right. Do you know where we are?
No. What page?
509.
Got it.
You got that?
Yep.
Now the last bullet. There are
Yes.
three.
Bahugam, right?
Right.
Right. Very good.
Okay. Bahugam, Cain and Chord, Mahat, or Mim, Achar, Yichud, Porsuk, Rishon, Dikrias, Shemo, Omerim, Baruch, Shem, Kabod, Malkuso, Elam Poed. All right, the last dot, right? This is one, the English is, this is one of the reasons why immediately after intellectually relating to the unity of God, in the first verse of Krishma, that we then say, blessed is the name of the honor of His Majesty forever and ever. This is to be explained in G3:11, I guess. It is that the concept of unity as expressed in the first verse with the word one is, so intellectually focus on the fact that the united master, blessed is he, is one entity together with all the worlds and creations in absolutely literal unity, where all other entities are considered to be ayin nothing, and there is absolutely nothing else apart from God at all. However, lest one should, God forbid, attempt to intellectually focus on the essence of how and what this concept is. Therefore, we immediately follow a statement of the first line of Pri Shema, with the statement of blessed is the name of the honor of his majesty forever and ever, which is explained there in G3 to 11, that the intention is to relate to intellectual focus from our perspective, which relates to the apparent existence of worlds and creations generated through Hashem's will, that they're required to be blessed by him and that he rules over them. This is the meaning of blessed is the name of the honor of majesty forever and ever. This is why the concept of the first verse of the Shema is referred to as the Zohar as supernal unity, and the verse blessed is the name of the honor of his majesty forever and ever is referred to as lower unity, and this is now explained. So what is supernal unity?
That's what it means. Hashem Echad. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. He's Echad. There really is, the truth of the matter is that there's really nothing other than Hashem.
Right.
So that's the first thing, that's the first pasuk of Shema. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Hashem is Echad. And then right after that, lest we get hung up on trying to understand how that could be, so we immediately say Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuso Leolam Voed, which takes into account the fact that we are able to relate more to the second Bechina. Really, the truth of the matter is the second Bechina is the Bechina that doesn't focus on the fact that Hashem is Echad and there's nothing else, but it focuses on the fact that that Hashem is a Melech, and he connected himself to this world, and we are saying that Hashem should be Baruch, even though Hashem doesn't, in his essence, he doesn't need any blessing. He's above all blessing or any influence whatsoever. But in terms of the universe that he created, and his rule over it, our mitzvah performance and the kvod shemayim that comes out from it, and our emunah in Hashem as being the Melech, is all contributes to kvod shemayim in the universe, and so that's what we are focusing on in the second pasuk. That's what we got to do. Don't get involved and hung up in Hashem Echad. Say it and know it as much as we can, and then the real avoda is Baruch Shem Kavod Malchus Olam Bo'ed, that we want that Hashem's majesty should be recognized, and honor should come to him forever and ever. So you know what we see over here, the Nefesh Hahaim, what's he done? He's put down these two bechinos that he's been calling, and now what he's told us is that, lest we think that this is a very, very esoteric concept. What does it have to do with us? What's it have to do with our mitzvah observance? You know what the Nefesh Hahaim has done right now? He's basically told us that in one of the two most important parts of the tefillah that we say every day, this is what the two basic parts of Shema and the two basic parts of Kedusha, it's what they're all about. so so really we see that Chazal and the Torah itself wants us to focus as part of some of our avoda on these two bechinas of the fact that Hashem is echad, that He's kadosh, and that on the other hand he's connected to the worlds that He created, and He's the melech over the worlds that He's created, and we could give honor to Him and have an effect on the world that He created, even though it's really Him and He's above any correction or any bracha. But nevertheless, we could. This is what our whole avoda is about: giving kvod to Shemaim, meaning giving kvod to Hashem. Does Hashem really need our kavod? No, not at all. But that's the way He set up the Torah. That's the whole goal, that what we have to do. Okay. So that's amazing. And he said that we're going to talk about this more in Perek Yud Aleph. So try to be patient. Hope we get there. Whew. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the thing. Like I said before, what does it mean that we don't have permission to try to delve into these things? Is that, but we do have permission, and we have an obligation to understand exactly what it is that we're not capable of understanding. What is it that we do not understand, and we can't go further to try to understand it further? And that's what we are, every time he speaks out these two bechinas, we get a little bit more of a understanding of what this bechina is all about, and what the second bechina is all about, and how they work together, how they don't work together in our head. That's what we're doing over here. That's why he's keeping to go over this. He seems like he's gone over this a few times already, if not more. So, and with that, we have a round of applause for Perek Zion. Hooray! Okay, we have 4 more minutes if we want to start Perek Ches. Shall we start Perek Ches? Just for fun. Roy, you want to start for us?
All right. Shah Gimel Perek Ches. And title here is Tzimtzum and Kav. 2 perspectives, but 1 single concept.
Tzimtzum and Kav.
Yeah,
okay.
One Hashem's perspective and our perspective. But anyway, Valu
Yes.
Hevov. What? What Hav mentioned above. Is that right? Valu Hevov Vahinos Hagoel Shemitzda Yisbach or Mitztonu Hein Atzmon Anayan Hatzmatzum Mitzutzum Vahakev Kav Nizkov Bedivrei Harizal Va'asher Mebaor Shom. These two relative perspectives mentioned above, from God's perspective and from our perspective, are the very same concepts of Tzimtzum and Kav, which are mentioned in the writings of Arizal and explained as explained there that Shemitzad Tzimtzum lo yitzdak bo shum shinui v'chiluk mokom ma'alo umato panim v'achor rak hashava'a gemura amitis v'chol anonei hashinuim v'chiluk hamkomos v'chol hashamos v'chinuyim kulam ne'emorim rak mitzad bechinas hakav, and explained there that from the perspective of Tzimtzum, there is no justification or necessity, you can say, for there being any change or differentiation of space, no up, down, front, or back, just true, absolutely equal distribution of God's manifestation. And I've got here to refer to Adon Olam. And the whole concept of changes and differentiation between places and the multiple names and descriptions of God are all only stated from the perspective of Kav. There's no before and no after. I've written down here before.
Oh, okay, good. That's what we were saying before. Very good. Okay. So very good. Yashikoyach, everybody. Erev Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Enjoy your Shabbos.
Good Shabbos to Maluman, and enjoy your challenge.
And the Kugel.
And the
Kishke.
We don't have Kugel and Kishke in our challenge.
No?
No.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Kugel but Kishke.
It's a bit much for the tummy.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, it doesn't mean we're not Jewish.
No, right. Oh. Very good.
All right then.
Good Shabbos, everybody. Good Shabbos, Roy. Good Shabbos, Alan. And good Shabbos, Lou.
All
See
right.
you Yom Rishon, Bezrat Hashem.
Oh, I won't be here Yom Rishon. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not Yom Shane. What's the second Yom Shane? I'm not too sure. If I'm not,
okay.
My apologies in advance. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks for telling us. All the best. Hatzlacha. Bye.